Hello there, welcome back. We are continuing with the Dark Souls series today. We have the final piece of ooOooOOoo to do today. There is a lovely and very, very difficult boss awaiting us somewhere nearby. We'll all love him. It's a very, very fun boss fight. Might take a little while, but hopefully shouldn't be as difficult as Manus was, I'm hoping. And there's one or two bits and bobs we also need to clean up. So, let's go on with it. Oh, don't mind that dead soul. I totally didn't just walk all the way here just immediately die because there was a man hiding behind the corner that one-shot me into a stun and then everything else killed me. That's alright. Anyway, do you remember this area that we were so worried about last time? Turns out there was something I missed, and it's up here. I knew there was like a sideways little corridor that I always forget about. It was this one. It's done in that Dark Souls way where it's slightly outside of the view where they expect you to look, and as a result most people tend to miss it. So typically, I'd be looking away at this angle on the other side of that wall, and I'd completely miss this, as I did. But instead, if we come up here and fight, there's a couple of men up here we need to quickly dispatch of. Is there... are you at the top here, maybe? There you are. There's one of you. Oh, okay, I can use mouse 1 as well. I've realised, by the way, that my mouse 2 can also, like, one-shot them. So that's a good idea. Here we go. I believe down there is where we're meant to be right now. That chest on the right is what we're looking for, so if I can make the jump. He's done it. I don't think I've actually missed that jump yet, but one day I'm trying to just fall straight to the floor, and it'll be a bad time for everyone, I'm sure. Are you really hit-stunning me from this angle? Don't do that. Mean little man. Maybe like 2 weeks away from Dark Souls is all it takes to suddenly become really bad overnight. And then we'll play again for like another 100 hours until we get better again. Oh, yeah, there we go. I was like, oh, you're doing so much damage through my shield. I am two-handing. And also, don't eat me, that's horrible. Not the biggest fan of that. So here we go. This is the item I came here to look for. Bang. Crest key. And, I mean, we got a couple of souls out there. We don't really need them for anything they're doing. Oh, shit. My timing. Oh, that wasn't an attack at all. Come on. I need to learn my parry timing. No, that's not it. Come on. He's done it. I parried his headbutt. Amazing. What a world we live in. That's great. I mean, to be honest, I can probably just teleport back at this point, shouldn't I? There's not really much else here for us. I think there might be like a sorcery, actually, maybe, I can show off. Ooh, we're up here, by the way. If you were wondering, oh, how'd you get up here? You're looking at the floor or something. Yep. I'm wondering if there's any loot if I go onto here and then walk around the side. That'd be interesting. Feels like quite a Dark Souls-y thing to do, right? Oh, here we go. I've played video games. What are you? Oh, twin humanity. Lovely. Look at this. They're giving you an excuse to explore in the middle of nowhere by giving you a little bit of humanity for your troubles. Is there any reason to drop onto this roof? Probably not. There you go. That's fine. We'll just quickly homeward bone our way back. I should probably rest here. Like every time I die, I end up going all the way back to the abyss, so, you know, just a good idea to rest. Remember, if you don't rest at the bonfire, it doesn't consider you as wanting to teleport back there. There's the lady. Apparently her items are the Dark Silver Tracer, or the Black Silver Tracer, and the Gold Silver Tracer or something. And they are both very, very good crit weapons, apparently. I guess they just do a crap load of damage on backstab or something. That's what everyone uses in PvP, apparently. But if you listen, there's a friend in the background we're about to meet. What on earth is he doing? Ooh, hello! Hello there. It's, old Hawkeye Goff, I'm not entirely sure, but he's awesome.
A visitor, have we? Thou must be the one who freed Artorias. An old friend he was. Thanks to thee, he left this world with honor intact. And here I am, retired and blind. Of little help to thee, I'm afraid.
Oh, he's lovely. So, he is one of the 4 Knights of Gwyn, the other ones being Knight Artorias, who we got rid of. The lady down there, I can never remember her name, like Kieran or something. And, of course, Ornstein from Anor Londo. And as you can see, he's blind. I believe the lore behind him is while he was sleeping... He's a giant, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell. He is... he wears this helmet all the time, and I think... I don't remember who, but someone packed his helmet full of resin while he was asleep. And, well, people would think, you know... why don't you just take the resin out or take the helmet off? I like the fan idea that someone put, like, fire resin in his eyes and they just burnt them out. That's why he doesn't take this helmet off. But, he's a huge badass, by the way. He's, like, one of my favourite characters. Just because this is one of the few characters in the game that just throws lore at you if you just keep talking to him.
If thou seekest to explore this domain, be wary of a black dragon. I fear thee no match for this terrible beast.
Anything else you can tell us?
There's very little to be said. What good is a dog with no hares to hunt? But I'm lucky to be alive, I suppose.
His job was to kill off dragons, and what he's basically saying is there's not really any dragons left. So, you know, what good is he without having stuff to do? Yeah. He has more voice lines for us later, I think, but he is the one, I believe, who makes all the carvings. So we can buy his carvings. They only cost 5. He doesn't ask for much. He's lovely. We'll buy his hello carving. And we will buy his thank you carving, obviously. And he does as well sell, I think, infinite amounts of these, I do believe. Seems like it. So if you need to come here and get large titanite or titanite for anything, he's a good seller. And he also sells great arrows. As you can tell, man's got... See, he's nice to us as well.
As thou seest fit.
Lovely man. As you can tell, he's got a big old, huge fuck-off sized bow. And he's also got this nice little watchtower where you can watch everything from. So that big arena there, presumably he, like, heard the battle from up here in his little area while he was just carving away at these, you see all these wood shavings on the floor. It's kind of just all he's doing. He found himself a little hobby to do, even though he's blind. So he's quite nice, but let's shove ourselves a nice... We'll put all the carvings on. Why would we not? What's the point of playing Dark Souls without having the thank you carving? Come on. There we go.
Hello!
Is it his voice? I've never even thought about this, but is he like enchanting these to say his voice?
Hello!
Hello!
Thank you!
Thank you! He's like Beedle from Wind Waker.
Very good!
Very good. I love him. Anyway, we need to... Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if we need to... I think we don't need to die to do this, but in order to get him to proceed to the next line of his quest, we need to basically start an event. So I'm going to see if I can homeward Vone out of the event. I might just need to die for it, but I don't think you do. I'm pretty sure the only time you need to die in the game is when you go up to Seath for the first time and he, like, crystallizes you and puts you in prison. And you can either skip that, if you really want to, through, like, a very, very difficult jump on the elevator. You can kind of skip all of Seath. Or you can use, like, they give you a special ring. They give you one of those rings of sacrifice, so while you do have to die, you don't have to lose all your souls and stuff. I think it's generally considered on no-death Dark Souls runs, so that doesn't really count as a death. So let's have a little run through here. I don't think she tells us anything new. I think we talked to her last time.
What is it?
No, she doesn't tell us anything. So I'm pretty sure if you just give her the soul, she takes it and runs off, and there's no chance of you getting her items. I think the only way to get her tracer is to murder her? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if you get only one of the tracers or if you get both. I also need to remember how to get down into the valley. Is it this? Maybe it's on the other side. Because what we need to do is we need to visit the valley basin, I do believe, which typically, in the modern era, it's inhabited by a hydra. Here we go, I think this is the way. Nice little bit of lighting to guide our path as we make our way down. What are we doing on ring size, by the way? We doing good at everything? Alright, I think Cloranthe is fine. So yeah, like, little soul here to kind of get you to think, hey, this isn't an edge of a cliff, there's an item here. We're meant to walk here. So we will say, hello, what are you? Here! Hooray! So yeah, I think other people get lost as well. I think this area has like a bunch of dogs in it or something, I'm trying to remember. There's something down here that chases you. I don't hear anything. I believe if you go to one end, there's like a small little secret item or something, like a little crafting element. Are you doggos? I believe these are doggos, yes. These are funky doggos. Oh look, they're like leopard doggos. I'm a big fan of that. Woof woof woof. Bonk bonk bonk. Goodbye. So yes, have a little look at them if you want to look. So, like, I mean, they look a little bit like German, like a mix between German wolfhounds? What are they called? You know what I mean? The kind of black and brown dogs, and maybe giant rats or something. Look at those tails. You're not a Titanite slab, you're just a brave soul. I think we get a Titanite slab in this area, but later on. one of the easiest places in the game really to get a Titanite slab from, because really, you only have to kill a couple of bosses, you don't have to farm forever for it, there's just a guaranteed one around here somewhere. I also believe you can delete, yeah look, so this, I think this is just the Abyss trying to spread, like this is just nastiness and badness trying to grow out of the ground and take it. Kind of cool that they, you know, it's not just a texture that's being thrown along the ground, like there's actually something disgusting kind of peeping up. Is there a dog to the left? Okay, I thought, you see this rock here, I thought that'd be such a good place to hide one. Oh, I missed the dodge. Hit my shield. Okay, fine. We don't have to do this the nice way, we can just attack you the first time we see you. I'm at least giving you a chance to deal damage to my shield that doesn't take poison. Oh god. You have to be a lumberjack here. Thank god we've got a long weapon. I think against these doggos our little dagger probably wouldn't be the best idea. But anyway, we've got to get the enemy here to spawn. Tri-tail. Yes. This is a really cool area, by the way. Huge, huge ass boss fight. You see that man there? That may or may not be our next opponent. And the entire arena to fight him in may or may not be this entire section down here. This is... I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure this is either the same place you fight the Hydra in, or very similar, or at least it's nearby. Because this ladder here, that we're about to go down, is also next to a ladder next to a waterfall. But well, I might be wrong. I'd like, you know, check the comment section. But I'm pretty sure this is at least Darkroot Basin we're about to climb down to. Gorgeous view. Thanks. Thanks, developers. Now, I'm going to equip a Homeward Bone, because I do believe that we cannot actually fight this man. We might even be able to go back and talk to him now. Maybe we just have to get him to spawn, but get a little bit of hand burn there. I think there's an item in one of those waterfalls, but it might only spawn after we've fought this guy. And I don't think we can fight the guy yet. We have to have a bit of help before we do it. So these items here are just to bait you into not doing anything while he just spawns over there and shoots fire. So, my timing on that was not good at all. Okay. So I always die when I spawn this boss. I can only assume that you're just meant to Homeward Bone the moment you see those souls on the ground, but I might be wrong. If you're doing this yourself, I'd recommend just Homeward Boning the moment you get down there. I wasn't sure if we had to get him to spawn and if he was going to sit there for a second and give us a chance, or whatever, but doesn't really matter. We will go up now and have a little speak with our friend. Hello, remember that big black dragon you were talking about? Turns out, yeah, I couldn't do diddly squat about him.
Tomorrow, is the black dragon posing the duress?
Yeah.
Yes, I thought as much. He's called Calamite. Ferocious dragon indeed. Even mighty Anna Londa dared not provoke his ire. I see little good coming from this, but my intent is to persevere to the bitter end.
Yes, I will fight him until I die.
Good, good. What is bravery without a dash of recklessness?
What a badass.
I've taken a liking to thee, and I owe thee much for thy service to Artorias. Now, watch, and see how Goth hunts dragons.
Oh, it's Goth. This is one of my favourite cutscenes.
Yes. A truer shot was never loosed. That bat will be grounded for a good spell. The rest is in thine hands. I await good tidings. Ah, dragon slaying. Knighthood's highest calling.
What a fucking badass, oh my god. This man has no eyes. Like, he fumbled to pick up his bow. The man, he just stands up and just, mid-air shot, cripples the wings of a fucking black dragon that the city of dragon slayers couldn't deal with. Like, what a cool character. I love him. He's so cool. Like, we couldn't do shit against him. Like, we killed Manus and we're great undead and all that. Could not deal with this dragon. He just one-shots out there. It's amazing. Anyway, that's the cutscene we needed. I love every time. It's like my favourite thing. Just so cool. But yeah, that's the cutscene we need so we can actually fight the dragon. It's what grounds him and makes him actually fightable, rather than just being oh, now we have to deal with him. So I do believe we just have to... I think you can dodge a couple of his attacks with a shield. And I think the scythe's a good idea just because I'm used to it, so... Let's give it a go with this loadout. We should be alright. I have no intention on summoning for it, by the way. I don't even know if you can. I don't think you can, but... We're gonna go give it our best shot. This might take a couple of goes, but it's normally quite a cool cutscene. A cool boss fight. So let me run all the way back to the area, and I will see you at the boss fight. You see, it's now become a fog gate, because this is purely a boss area. Even all the way up here. And that is, that as a boss run isn't too bad. Thank God. Like, it's way nicer than the Artorias one, which is like 2-3 minutes each time. That was like 20 seconds. That's nothing. So while this boss may be considered... Some people think this is the hardest one. I think Artorias is, just because you have to learn so many patterns. But anyway, yeah. Black Dragon Calamite. The only dragon maybe you fight in Dark Souls 1? I think the only actual dragon. Like, this is not a little shit-around thing. This is a fucking full-on dragon. I just need to remember his patterns. So for a little while, I'm not going to attack him. I'm just going to try and learn. Because there's some stuff you can't just dodge with a roll, I think. I do believe also he has a tail weapon. That shouldn't be an issue for us, because we've got a big old scythe. So I think he does stomp you, if he stands on top of you, maybe? Yeah, okay, that's one attack. I need to make sure he doesn't have any combo attacks. Those are what normally kill me. Oh yeah, I remember this one. You just have to go, like, right next to him, I think, to dodge it. Yeah, alright. He has a couple of melees, which we can just dodge. That's good to know. I think you do a fly-up attack as well, I'd like to learn. Hey, look, our shield actually blocks that, so that's good info. I think it's like black magic or something. I don't entirely know, but... Oh, that's cool. Alright, I think I've learned most of his attacks now. He's got like a little spin attack. That's the one you normally attack him on, is that. And then you can go behind him and whack his tail a little bit. He's a very doable boss fight, though, hopefully. Now I've learned his patterns a basic amount. Yeah, this is what I want to look out for. This is the one that I think normally kills me. You just got to either run away or stick your shield up. I can't quite remember, but... Yeah, it's normally that attack I think you hit him on as well, that little head swish. That or this attack, you can just run into his face. I don't know if it takes bleed, but it'd be nice if he did. I'm remembering this boss fight quite a lot now. That head attack is like ingrained in my head. I think the last time I fought him it took me like 5 or 6 tries maybe. So I think it's definitely within reasonable that I can beat him before I beat Manus and the other bloke. Oh fuck, what's that? Oh, not that. Don't make that noise. That's horrible. You're gonna make me edit out a noise for a Dark Souls boss fight. So presuming I edit that out, he basically just plays a really high-pitched shriek, which is horrible. It's like cyberbullying. Okay, so we've got a decent enough shield, but unless he does a combo attack, I think we can basically just shield through most of his stuff. It's just a case of doing this for a while now, I think. What is that? We also need to kill his tail, I think, which we can only really do, I reckon, if we... Oh, I think we can only get through his tail if we stop locking on, if we actually run behind him. Thing is, locking on makes dodging him so much easier. Like, this attack I'm fine with. Even if he does a combo, apparently, I can just get 2 swings in quickly. Stick my shield back up. A lot of this boss fight seems to be timing on the old shields. And a couple of dodge rolls here and there. It'd be nice if I could get his tail. I think I did get it on the last try, but I didn't end up actually using it for anything. It'd be cool to show it off, though. Oh, yeah, it's a fun boss fight. Like, not often that you get to face a bloody giant dragon thing with, like, 80 different attacks. He shoots, like, black magic or some bullshit. It's cool. He's a cool boss. He's not just a giant thing with a sword like some of the bosses in Dark Souls 2 are. People love Dark Souls 2 now. They no longer hate it. But a big downside is that while there are a crap load of bosses, a lot of them are basically just giants. Maybe that, like, stuns you, turns you into stone. A big issue a lot of people have with the Dark Souls 2 bosses, while there is a lot of them, is that a lot of them are just humanoids with swords. That's like, you can basically just sum up a lot of Dark Souls like that. This isn't. He's got like quite a unique moveset. I can't really imagine anything else in this game that's kind of like it. Other than the Hellkite Demon who does fly. There's not really too much like it. Now I need him to do an attack that I can actually heal on. We haven't had to deal with healing yet, so we're doing good. We've got crap loads of Estus. I probably should have healed twice there considering how much Estus we've got. Oh fuck. No, 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 no. No, 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 let me get up, please. Oh, you bastard. This is very doable, I reckon. Let's run back to the area and give him another go. Hey, while we're at it, why not attune ourselves some... We don't have enough magic to use any of this new stuff, but I do believe that we can just equip a nice old magic weapon. So basically a free buff, why not? Give us a little buffer, you know? It's not going to give us that much more damage, but, you know, any extra damage I think will help. Hello, friend. Where are you? There you are. You just walk in, do you? I guess you have a broken wing, don't you? Oh, alright then. He's just going to start with a body slam. That's not very nice of you. And one-shot me. So, you know. Nice. Alright, so now we know all about his nasty one-shot attack. I know that I need to dodge roll through that, probably. Got a couple of iframes. Don't start off with that attack, please. Like, make it over to me at first, okay? Just, you don't... I don't like it when you attack me, you see. I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, you know, actually, we do quite a bit more damage with this magic thing. I think normally we're doing 160, and this gives us, like, a little bit more, maybe? I might be miscounting that. I thought we did, like, roughly 360 normally, though. I'm not entirely sure. I think he's definitely very doable. I think I've got most of his attack patterns underway. I just need to not screw up too much. I think the counter to that attack is quite literally just walk backwards with your shield up, by the way. Even if you're normally running like a mage character without a shield, you might want to consider running it for this fight just because it makes a lot of his attacks less likely to kill you. Also, I think he's one of those enemies that's hard-coded to, like, whenever you heal, he does like an attack that's really hard to do anything about. I like that, like, face attack. I think normally that's what you tend to get him on, isn't it? When he does, like, a little face swing. Don't... Okay, this is also fine. Like, this attack and the face swing, I think you can normally get a couple of whacks in. This one. That's what I was looking for. Get right inside his body there. Just whack away. Why not? I can be here all day, so I might as well have a couple of fun attempts where I just go outright wild for no reason. It's always a fun way to fight a boss, just being, like, reckless for the first couple of times until you get mentally destroyed. What is that? He just showed us his anus. That's not right. Stop this. This is a PG-13... I was going to say string, though. Don't get up on your hind legs, either. That's inappropriate. I might be able to whack him a couple of times there, but I really want to try and get his tail weapon. It's quite cool. Even if I'm never ever going to use it for, like, any reason. I think that attack there is meant to be like a bait. Like, you think that it's safe to heal on, and it's not. I think that's why that would be dangerous. Oh, I should have kept my shield up there. I was worried that was going to be, I was going to lose my footing, but probably better to lose my footing than my health. I like that attack. I knew you were going to do a breath. I could read him. He stepped all the way back so he could do it. Come on, sit your head down. Oh, I ran out of all my energy there. That's alright. Don't do that! I hate that noise. It's an awful sound effect. It also means I have to do some editing. Oh god, no. Not the editing. Also, I think based off like the noise he makes, I think you actually might be able to do bleed damage to him. I'm not entirely sure, but he does go like whack, whack, whack. In like a blood noise, like a duck. Doesn't make any sense. Give him a few whackerinos. Let's see, we can do 324 with 3 swings of the normal one. Oh, bloody fuck, I hate that. We need to get into his face now and try and use like a normal heal. Or that one, if we can get away. Spam, heal. Ah. Ooh, off-screen dodging, I like it. Come on. Now this attack I can get behind. That one, do that one every day, all day. Okay, if we can get 4 attacks, then we definitely do more damage than we would with the stamina of a normal swing. Oh, he's rearing his little dick out. Don't do that. Don't cyberbully me, Calamite. I didn't mean to drink an Estus there, but thank you for at least giving me the chance. Very nice of you. Keep whacking away. I think that's the important part. It's very easy just to get lost in dodging his attacks and forget to do any damage yourself. This is a battle between 2 people, remember. It's not just him versus you. You're fighting back as well. Don't forget to actually use your bloody weapon. It's just attack the dick, specifically. I think dragons hate it. I'm not entirely sure, I've never spoken to a dragon, but if I were one, I wouldn't be a big fan of a scythe attacking my crotch. That's a Healy move. No, it's not! It's a bait! He baited me! Oh, never mind. Actually, that's a fun bait. Do more of that if you want. 1, 2, 3, and then keep it so I can dodge. There we go. I forgot to dodge, but had I have dodged, that would have been good. I believe that one you're meant to dodge away from the part, like from where the particle's coming from with your shield up. Oh, he goes through the shield there. I thought I could just shield through that one, but maybe not. This is a crotch attack if I've ever seen one. Your 1, 2, 3. Do a attack I can, is that a heal attack? Let's get far away and then heal. Try this. I think I'm against a wall anyway. There we go. Oh, we can get on my 3rd try. That'll be pretty good. Watch me die on a sliver of health. Maybe not. We'll see. I think it will be very, very... It's a very Dark Souls thing. I think in my first couple of games, I'd always die like, on the last bit of health. Oh no, he bleeds! Oh, we done it, guys! 3rd attempt. First attempt was a finder. 2nd attempt was a bit of a bullshit. We got on my first proper attempt, I'd say. That was really good. I'm chuffed with that. I think my first run that did take me quite a few goes. So that was wonderful. We also didn't get any souls. Oh god, yeah, 60,000. I thought you get quite. I think this is one of the highest soul counts you get in a normal new game. That was good. I feel happy about that. It didn't take me too long either. It took me like 5-10 minutes for all those goes. Sit down. Sit yourself down, friend. What a cool boss. Oh my god. Can't believe it. It took me like 100 tries. Not 100 tries. Took like a dozen tries maybe to kill the knight. Like another dozen tries to kill Manus. One proper try on this guy. I think once you learn his patterns, he's not too bad. And the fact that he bled at the end there, I think basically won it for us. Had we have not bled him, I think I might have taken more damage and just gotten one shot like we did at the start. Shows how quickly you can just die. But anyway, I do believe there is a slab down here we need to get. I don't know if it's that, if that's just a light that we need to walk on. It might be over there. I will run over here. I'll skip all of this. I'll speed it up so it's really satisfying to watch, like a little tap 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 tap. Although his feet don't really make any sound effects in this, do they? I guess the slab is all the way in there. I do believe that we get one here. What an RPG-ish thing to do. Facing away, it's a good chest. I think. Thank god. Titanite slab. What a rare item, by the way. That's like, you want that. That gives you full leveling up on your gear. And I don't even know if we've got one of those yet. That might be our first one or our second one. I'm not entirely sure. Yep, that's our first Titanite slab. So that'll let us get a plus 15 scythe. Quite cool. Anyway, I believe that's all there is down here, so we should head on back to our friend Goh. While we're here, we should also probably level up quickly. So let's shove... This gives us 40, this one also gives us 40. I think it's 28, it starts falling out. You either get your vitality up to 26 or 28. Why not get up to 28 while we're at it? Come on. That'll be probably where we leave vitality, and up from them we'll probably just shove up endurance and vitality equally, maybe. Maybe get some into strength so we can use some more weapons, I'm not entirely sure. Resistance is basically pointless, and intelligence and faith is only really for mage builds. Maybe we want to put some into that, just so we can use some more pyromancy, or a better version of magic weapon. But, you know what they say?
Very good.
That's right, yeah. Hello! Guess so we just fought and killed in, way less tries than I was expecting.
Why? Thou hast defeated Calamite? Wondrously played. Lord Gwyn's blessing upon thee. That beast will never take to the skies again.
Cool guy.
Dragons shall never be forgotten. We knights fought valiantly, but for every one of them, we lost 70 of our own. Exhilaration, pride, hatred, rage. The dragons teased out our dearest emotions thou will understand one day. At that twilight, old thoughts return in great waves of nostalgia. This great bow, I shan't need it, but no dragons to hunt. I know not if a human could even operate it, but here, thy need outweighs mine. I suspect thou hast taken a gander at it, but the dark of the abyss, which swallowed poor Artorias, threatens to devour our entire land of OoooooOOoo. It seems that this dire fate is unavoidable, but, seduced by a dark serpent or no, they awoke that thing themselves and drove it mad. One's demise is always one's own making. Now, do not mistake my words. I cherish my work. Wood carving is a nuanced art. I would have much to talk about with that blacksmith. In truth, how is the old chap, I wonder? Still hammering away, I should hope. Now, do not... Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
So he just gave us a incredible amount of information. First of all, he's a huge badass. Second of all, he gave us his bow. Third of all, he just told us what happened to ooOooOOOoo, and also that he's aware what's going to happen, because this is in the past. We're aware of this already. He kind of confirms it by saying that, you know, it's an inevitable fate that ooOooOOOO goes, and as we know in the future era, no such thing as ooOooOOOO. So we can kind of trust that guy from before who said, we reckon we've gone back in time. No real reason to believe him up until now. He also said, seduced by a dark serpent or no. So the story of ooOooOOOO, as we can piece together from this man, is that the residents of ooOooOOOO, who we see all nasty, they awoke Manus. Manus was not necessarily a bad guy. He's basically just the Abyss. I mean, maybe he is literally the bad guy, but some people think he's like the pygmy. You know, he's just kind of... He's there and he's misused. And as a result... Basically, we reckon that Kath, the dark serpent Kath, tricked them into getting the Abyss to spread, because what Kath wants, basically, or Karth or whatever, big old black snake we haven't met yet, I think. What he wants is he wants the fire to end, and he wants darkness to reign, and humanity, and no more gods, and no more dragons, and he wants like a new era full of nothing, basically, and the Abyss is kind of that, so he got the Abyss to spread here by tricking the residents of ooOooOOOO into awakening Manus, and, yeah. So he said there's no more dragons left. We just killed the last dragon, or one of the last dragons, I think, that was at least active. And he gave us his bow. I don't know if the bow has any info on it. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But, actually, let's have a little look. Here you go. Goth's Great Bow. Great Bow used by Hawkeye Goth of Lord Gwyn's 4 Knights for dragon slaying. So it tells us right there that he's one of the knights. It's larger than those even used by the dragon slayers. Only their leader has been at the strength to handle it. So, look at how big it is. This thing's pretty... Like, it's not as big as this one. Obviously, they couldn't fit it, but clearly it's a game mechanics rendered version of that one. Made by some Japanese devs. Yeah, I can't even equip the arrows. Like, this thing is... I definitely have arrows for it. But, yeah, I don't have the strength to operate it or whatever it is. But this thing is humongous. I definitely... Oh, no, wait, you know what? I might even have arrows. Let's see if we can put stuff into it. Let's have a look. Oh my. We can do it. I feel like the Olympics, man. The Olympics, man. You know, Usain Bolt. Jesus Christ, that thing is... Yeah, shoot some large old arrows. Make sure you don't hurt him, by the way, while you're doing this, but look. Look, we're gonna fire his bow one last time into the sky. For you, Goth. Up it goes. Well, it's okay. Second to last time. Watch as it flies away into the abyss. As he intended. Great guy. We're going to leave him be, then. he said that he wants to get on with his work, he enjoys wood carving, and I respect that. He's a working man, he's a blue collar. He enjoys what he's doing. So, thank you very much for your help. It's always an honour. He loves us now, we're great. Yep, he doesn't really... We might as well just buy some of those, but yeah.
Farewell, proud human. May every honour be bestowed upon thee.
Yeah, so we've impressed him, which makes me happy. Anyway, I do believe that is the majority of Oolacile done now. I think even if we speak to the lady, I don't think she has any extra voice lines, so I'm just gonna go quickly double check. Hey! Still feeling...
What is it?
Yeah, she's feeling down. Alright, so I do believe that that is the Dark Souls DLC complete. We've killed all of the bosses in the area, I do believe. We've killed, we've ended the life of the Artorias of the Abyss, who, by the way, I do believe we know this now, but the legend of Oolacile is that it's Artorias who stopped Manus, and in actual fact, Artorias got consumed by the Abyss, killed a bunch of people, and we killed him, and we killed Manus, but we aren't the ones that's passed down in legend. It's him. All of the legend about this man is that he's the badass of the Abyss. He killed everyone. He saved the day, and that's why everyone was really excited for the Dark Souls DLC at first, because it was going to be all about him. Turns out, it's all about us. We've done the day. Killed the dragon. Killed Manus. Kills that bad. Kills that bad man. So I believe this is the last look we're going to be able to take. Unless someone in the comments reminds me if there's something that I've missed. Not jump for joy. That doesn't fit at all. I believe this is the last look we'll have at young Oolacile. So we wave goodbye at the beautiful sunset. As we... Actually, this is probably really good timing, so yeah. Thank you very, very much for watching this week. I hope you've enjoyed the Oolacile episodes. I have the time today, actually, so I'm going to be timely and record a couple more Dark Souls episodes while I'm here, so I'll thank you very, very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.